All right, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us on another edition of Lunch Out Loud Ottawa, number 58. And today we're joining you live from the Winterlude Confederation Park. We're actually inside the Beaver Tails little hut, so this is going to be one of the most busy places during Winterlude, so that's kind of cool.
Everybody's going to come in and get their Killaloo Sunrise Beaver Tail for sure.
And we're lined up before anything happens, so we're going to get first dibs. So thank you so much for joining us, whether you're from Ottawa or around the world. This will be an awesome episode. We're going to go over any and all the events going on at Winterlude, which is our most attended festival of the year. So our podcast talks to the people, places, events, and music that make this the incredible city that it is.
What do we got for music today, buddy?
So we're going to just check out our music and be right back with Denise LeBlanc, the Winterlude Media Liaison. So check this out.
Hey, this is Alex DePaul from Eagleson, and you're listening to Lunch Out Loud Ottawa. We just released our debut EP called Here It Is. You can download it for free at eaglesonmusic.com. Now, you're going to hear some of the songs off the EP right here, and if you'd like to hear some more, you can catch us on Friday, February 7th at Ritual, alongside the Balconies and Say Yes. And by the way, it just so happens to be the day of my birthday, so if you want to make this birthday boy happy, come party with me and the rest of us Eagleson boys.
It's a brand new day. I got a little something special to make this go my way. I'll burn this bus in my lips and I'll sit with the kids. I got your present in my pocket, it'll blow you away. But it's time running away on the double. Yeah, I put on my boots and now I'm looking for trouble. We would never run love songs. No one of you is control. No, we would never pick and flowers shut up. There was something around.
All right, so that was an awesome track from Eagleson. So make sure you get to see them Friday, February the 7th at Ritual. It'll be a ton of fun. And then download the album for free. Here it is. So that was Swords in the Rough. So Denise, thank you so much for having us here today.
Hey, no problem. I've never been inside a Beaver Tails cabin either, so this is pretty cool for me.
It is. It's pretty neat. There's a lot of wood in here.
There's a lot of wood in here, and you know, I can't believe that they output so many yummy, tasty pastries from this kind of venue.
Opening up on Friday when Winterlude opens. So Winterlude is from the 31st of January up until February 17th.
Yes, Family Day. It includes Ontario Family Day. All the official sites are open, so if you're looking for something to do with your kids that day and you're off, come on out.
So excellent, not even the Friday. So, of course, before we get into everything about Winterlude, we like to get to know our guest a little more and what makes them love Ottawa so much and what keeps you in Ottawa. So, I guess tell us a little bit about yourself. I guess your role with the Heritage Department now.
Yep, Canadian Heritage is overseeing Winterlude. It's the first year for that. Of course, everything is going smooth so far. We've got all of the sites are all set up, ready to welcome more than 600,000 visitors.
Wow.
Yeah, over the course of the 17 days of the celebration. Actually, a couple of years ago, we do an official survey every 5 years, and 2 years ago when we did the official survey, there were 695,000 visitors to Winterlude.
Jumping.
And a third of those are from outside of the region, so we do welcome a lot of people to the capital too.
Who you said this is the first year that Canadian Heritage is looking after it. Who was looking after it before then?
The National Capital Commission.
Oh, okay.
Yes, who are an amazing partner with us, of course, with the Skateway. They manage the Rideau Canal Skateway, so they're a very good partner for Winterlude.
Wonderful, wonderful. What else do you do in that position besides Winterlude? I mean, this is obviously one of the biggest events, but what are some of the other things that you're involved in?
Well, Canadian Heritage has its hands in a lot of things that have to do with Canadian culture, music, theaters. I myself work on capital experience files like Winterlude, Canada Day celebrations, the Sound and Light Show, Mosaica, Christmas lights across Canada, public art commemorations, interpretation, the roving guides that are along the boulevard to welcome people.
So you get to deal with a lot of the fun things that are going on in
do.
Ottawa.
And I know so much about
like
the capital city. It's great.
Sounds like
awesome.
a very fun position to be in the government. And it's
Yeah.
never stopping because we're going to be having those celebrations all the time.
Yes,
so.
yes, and we're leading up to the big celebration in 2017. Of
150.
course, Canada turns 150.
Wow. that's
How
gonna
old
be-
is Winterlude now?
This will be the 36th edition of Winterlude.
That's cool.
36 and growing every single year.
Yes.
I was on the website today, and wow, it takes a while to get through all the events. So much going on.
It does. You know,
Love
there's
it.
the 3 official sites that everybody knows and loves. We're here in Confederation Park, which is home to Crystal Garden, where the International Ice Carving Competition takes place. There's also North America's largest snow playground, which is Snowflake Kingdom over in Jacques-Cartier Park, and the Rideau Canal Skateway, which is the largest naturally frozen skating rink in the world.
So
but
much
in
fun.
addition to all of that, the meat and potatoes of the skating and the sliding and the ice carvings, there's more than 90 programming partners throughout the region, Ottawa, Gatineau, private, public, who put on activities and events during Winterlude as well.
And we're going to go through some of those events just shortly. But first, how long have you been in Ottawa? Have you been born and raised here?
I was born in Windsor, moved to Ottawa when I was 5, so Ottawa's
Oh,
really
wow.
my hometown.
Right on.
Yeah, and I like to say that, and it's not just because I work for Winterlude, but winter is my favorite season
Me
because
too.
of Winterlude. Because this is a great town to live in during the winter because we
Oh,
just
for sure.
celebrate Canadian winter culture everywhere, everything that you do, and we're so close to the Gatineau Park and the ski hills across the way as well. So
And
there's
it's looking
always
like
something to
that's
do.
it.
And it's looking like the temperatures are going to be great for this winter. Like they've been at the minus 20 to 30 with wind chill, but it's looking like we're getting in that minus 10 degree
You know,
range.
the minus 20,
That's gonna
30
be
is
a-
really good because then it makes people appreciate minus 14,
Oh,
minus
yeah,
7,
I know.
minus 4.
Which people around the world think we're crazy for, but it makes us very special. So which end of town do you live in? And tell us some positive things that you think about that end of town.
I live in Nepean, actually, near the Nepean Sportsplex, which I'm at all the time. Nepean's great because I've got 2 kids that play hockey, so there's tons of rinks out there, and we're always hopping from one rink to the other to the other. Lots of green space. There's green belt around there for biking and hiking and cross-country skiing in the wintertime, so lots
Oh
of
wow,
things
lots
to
of
do.
fun outdoor activities.
Yeah,
eh?
lots of fresh air, nice barbecue area.
Oh,
So you're
perfect.
busy all the time. I
Yeah.
love it.
What about in terms of like restaurants and whatnot? Is there any favorites around town that you and the family like to hit up? Or?
That your kids just love to go to.
Yeah,
Go
if it's got a
what are you on
drive-through, it's our favorite.
next? Busy on the go. And your kids, where their favorite place to go in the area?
Oh, you know, they like to do a lot of things, but they like to hang out with their friends quite a bit. And they both play hockey, so they do a lot of team activities too. Yeah, we just
Awesome.
just went climbing with my daughter's team at the Clip and Climb over in Gatineau. I don't know if you've ever been there or not, but
no, I haven't.
yeah,
Not the
it's
Clip and
really
Climb, no.
cool. It's in this old church in downtown Gatineau near the casino, off the beaten path a little bit.
Yeah.
But they've redone it all, and it's really bright and colorful and very vibrant.
Oh, that's an indoor rock climbing.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, right?
For
Yeah.
children
Alright.
or for adults
Anybody,
as well? Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's
In
fun.
an old church. I've never heard of a church being converted to a climbing gym.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll get into the Winterlude, and we'll go through a bunch of things. How many people are working on Winterlude at a time? Full-time employees plus volunteers, because there's a lot of volunteers for
Yeah.
an event like this.
Well, it varies. We have a core team that work on Winterlude. Some people work on it year-round, and some people work on it in the months leading up. So I would say there's probably, anywhere from 20 to 90 people of staff that work on it. But the impressive part is that there's more than 700 volunteers that donate more than 10,000 hours of their time over the course of Winterlude. So it's something that could not be done without them. And, if there's anybody out there thinking that they might want to experience Winterlude in a different way, being a volunteer is a really great experience because you're a capital ambassador. You're welcoming people to your city and you're making them feel good about visiting here. So it's a nice feeling.
What are some of the interesting volunteer positions that some people would not think of that we have for them?
An ice hog escort.
Ice hog escort.
Do you know about the ice hog? Those are Winterlude's official mascots. They come down from the Great White North every November to help with preparations. Mama, Papa, and of course the twins, Numi and Numa.
Okay.
Ah, right
Yeah,
on.
so the Winterlude mascots are very busy, and they have lots of people that always want to give them hugs and
Yeah.
love. So they have escorts to help them manage and maneuver their way over the various.
Yeah, because if they're only here for 2 weeks a year, they're not getting the lay of the land. They need some guides. They need to know where
there's
they're going at all
volunteers
times.
who help people get on and off the slides in Jacques Cartier Park. There's volunteers who help with our ice carvers to make sure that everything's going smooth with them, feeling comfortable. There's all sorts of positions that people can do.
How many ice carvers do we bring in a year?
It varies from year to year. This year there are 10 teams in the duo competition, and there are 6 people in the singles competition.
Oh, right on.
All the ice carving. It's pretty much a similar layout of last year as I'm seeing that's getting set up, right?
More or less. This year, last year we didn't have the singles competition.
Okay.
It's just come back after a couple of years. So where the pairs competition was last year is still the same, but we put the the singles competition in the other end of the park. So everywhere you go in the park on opening weekend, there's going to be live carving taking place.
Oh, right on. That's cool.
And the stage, that's has always been there? Or?
No, that's new this
That's
year.
what I thought.
Yeah,
we thought that.
This
Walking up.
layout is brand new. So tell us about the stage and what's going to be going on there.
Yeah.
That's the biggest stage you've ever had. You've had smaller stages for the light shows in the past.
Well, it varies from year to year, but this
Keeping
year
it
we're having
fresh.
the official opening here in Confederation Park on Friday, January 31st at 7 p.m. So we have a nice big
Tomorrow
stage
night,
for that.
7 p.m.
Yeah, and then on Friday and Saturday nights throughout the celebration, there's going to be DJ dance parties and performances taking place on the stage.
So much fun, and let's hope the weather allows that to go on, because I know for New Year's on Sparks with the minus 35, it was a little cold for the stage.
It was.
And the neat thing about this stage is it's got this giant screen in behind it. You can see now they're just
Yeah.
running some of the images over it. And so everyone will be, of course, interested in what our athletes are doing over in Sochi when the
Really?
Winter Games launch.
Oh,
so
that's
we're
right.
going to be having the opening ceremonies on Friday the 7th here on the big screen. So you can come out, you can see the ice carving, and you won't miss any of what's going on across the world with our Canadian athletes.
That's a great idea, because I was going to ask you about that, because it's right in the middle of the Olympics, and so you'll draw people here. But will you be playing the hockey games live on that screen?
Remains to be seen how Canada does.
Hey, come on, have some faith. We're going to the finals. So let's go over some of the awesome activities, and you also have on the website, you can check if there's any cancellations. So that's, before you go out, always check the website.
What's the website again? Just so we
It's
know.
winterlude.gc.ca, winterlude.gc.ca, and there's a big calendar of events. You can just click on the date that you're coming out. You can choose the location that you're visiting, or you can select them all or not and get all of the events for that date. So it's very specific to when you want to come out.
Oh, that's good.
All right, let's run down some activities. You got the snow art, the snow sculptures in Byward Market. So Byward Market, one of the partners that are going to be putting on a lot of events as well.
Yeah, this is new for them
tourists.
this year. They
Yeah.
always do the stew cook-off every year. And
Yep.
It's a favorite. That's on the second weekend of Winterlude. But on opening weekend of Winterlude, they're going to be doing giant snow carvings. So you can go out, you can see the artists carving these artistic snow shapes throughout the Byward Market. They'll be sprinkled around.
Okay.
And
Oh, that's cool.
on second and third weekend, you can still see them. They'll be there to just take in and enjoy.
Perfect. And
Unless
hopefully the weather stays like this. I know the last couple of years, we've had a couple of warm ones. Was there ever any chats of, adjusting the time of Winterlude as it was getting warm, like 2 or 3 years in a row like
Well,
that?
it's interesting that you asked that, because Winterlude used to actually take place in January, and it used to be over the course of a week.
Okay.
But as things progressed and as we had more experience with the weather, it was changed to be over the course of 3 weekends. So it allows visitors the chance to come in on whatever weekend they choose, based on how the weather is or what the activities are. So
That's great.
It's
yeah,
such a-
and typically it's a much colder time of year too.
It's such a
Perfect.
great thing for our economy.
Oh, for
Love
sure.
it. And so this year, it's the 150th anniversary of the Charlottetown and Quebec Conference. So what will go on to feature that?
This, of course, is on the road to
I wasn't
2017.
alive for that, so I want to know more about that.
Are you saying that I was? No. But, so we're going to be celebrating that here in Confederation Park on Friday night, on the opening night. There's a band called 10 Strings and a Goat Skin. There, I got it. I always
Wow.
said 10 pigs and a goat string. No, 10 strings and a goat skin that are coming in from PEI. So they're going to give us a little taste of PEI music, and then there's a Quebec dance troupe that's coming in as well to honor the Quebec aspect of the conferences.
Wow.
And then they're all back again for a giant kitchen party here in Confederation Park on Saturday night.
Oh, the good old East Coast kitchen party.
Yeah, you got to say it with the East Coast accent.
Kurt Studley will be there for that for sure. You have the children's obstacle course presented by the Canadian Forces at Jacques Cartier. That's a lot of fun.
And the kids love to do that too. It's a big challenge, and the guys from D&D get there and they're like, come on, come on, come on, and then they're getting them to race through and against each other, and you're going through these tires and through tunnels, and you're trying to climb things.
That's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun, and it helps you to keep warm while you're out there too, and that's the key to enjoying, is to stay active while you're outside.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And you have a free shuttle that goes between the different...
Yeah, once again, OLG is a sponsor for the snow bus, so thanks to them, the snow bus is going to be free, and it goes between all the official sites, so between the Skateway, Snowflake Kingdom, and Crystal Gardens. So if there's something you want to do, if you want to go sliding in Jacques Cartier Park at Snowflake Kingdom, no problem, and then you can just hop on the bus and head
How
over
often
for
do
a
they
skate.
go around?
All day long on Saturdays and Sundays.
Wonderful.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's great. This year you got the 2014, obviously, Gatineau Beer Fest that starts Friday and Saturday at the Museum of History.
Yeah, this
gonna
is
be a
new.
lot.
That sounds fun.
Under the Winterlude umbrella. Yeah, it's the third year for Beer Fest, but it's the first time that they're going to be in the Museum of History, so it's a new venue for them, and they're a new partner for Winterlude. We're very excited about that, and it's a great way to kick off opening weekend.
And the Museum of
Yeah, for
History,
sure.
of course, is the Museum of Civilization. I
Yeah.
guess they're slowly transitioning
Yeah.
that.
It's a good way to stay warm.
Next I have the Great Winners Ball, which is the opening ceremonies, which will be a lot of fun on the Friday.
You know what's going to be neat about that? Is that this park usually has quite a bit of ambiance in it at night with all of the sculptures and the lighting and everything. And that night there's going to be giant illuminated characters roaming through the park to add even more of an ambiance.
This is awesome. I can't wait for this. We're going to be, and we're going to get right back with a lot more events that are going to be going on at Winterlude this year. But first, we're going to listen to one more track from Eagleson. This is Listen Here, and we'll be right back with Denise. All right, so that, of course, was Eagleson, Listen Here.
I'm just a man with a crooked heart, been in trouble from the very start. I wear tie pants and you say I've got it all wrong. Who are you to tell me that I won't belong? If I had a dime for the times you told me, there'd be no other woman that would like to hold me. I like to think that I'm one of a kind. I think I'm mad. Yeah. Would you look at that? It's really fun outside.
All right, so that, of course, was Eagleson, Listen Here. And we're back with Denise, the Winterlude media liaison, who knows all about Winterlude. One of the busiest people at this time of year.
You look pretty stress-free for everything that you have to worry about, I'm
Well,
sure.
you know, it's just such a great time to see it all coming together.
Yeah.
To see everybody out on the sites. We're out in the snow. We're getting ready. It's just really exciting.
All the plans
that's
coming
good.
together. So we'll just keep going on with events. On Saturday, Saturday the 1st, you got the 31st Winter Triathlon.
Yeah. so-
Always a ton of fun.
It is, and this takes place. Well, there's skating, there's skiing, and there's what's the third part? Help me out.
Skiing, running.
Running?
Running.
Yeah, running is-
I'm like, what's the third part? Oh, there you go. So they start off right at Dow's Lake, and
Yeah.
it's the greatest photo op ever because there's this lineup of skaters, and they're all in their colorful, tight speed skating outfits. And then the gun goes, and then boom, they all go, and it's just incredible to see this mass of color and
Oh, that's
strength.
cool. Is it very,
blasting
very
past you.
competitive, or?
Well, I think you can enter it even if you're not,
Yeah.
a fanatic about all of those sports. But yeah, they've got some really great participants that do
Oh,
it
that's
year
awesome.
after year. Yeah.
And if you're not doing that, or even after, you have your free pancake breakfast at City Hall with hot chocolate. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
So
that's a
some
big
free food
favorite,
there.
actually.
That's pretty good. Free pancakes?
Yeah, and you know what else takes place at City Hall every Saturday and Sunday are the Enbridge Energy on Ice skating shows. So you can
okay.
bring your own skates, you can skate on the skateway, you can skate on the Rink of Dreams, you can take in some pancakes and watch a show.
Yeah, we saw the Rink of Dreams is already pretty busy there with some people, so.
You have the Giant Tiger Interactive Hockey Zone.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. My kids love that zone.
That's
'Cause
probably pretty popular on the weekends.
Yeah, it is. You can do shootout. You can do a little obstacle course that they have. The children
And where's that exactly?
It's at Fifth Avenue Court this year.
Ah, okay.
And I like the idea of the Aboriginal Trappers exhibit from 10 to 5 p.m. at Jacques Cartier as well.
Mm-hmm. So in Jacques Cartier Park, there's a little old house called Maison Charon. And so Parks Canada is taking over this zone, and they're going to have interpreters in there to sort of show what the life of a trapper was way back then and the voyageurs. And then they've got a whole bunch of outdoor activities and games, including all sorts of races.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the snow adaptation sounds like really fun at the Museum of History, where you see the ingenious way where First Nations people dealt with the snow in winter.
Yeah.
Which is very, I'm very interested to see that because I just finished Joseph Boyden's new book, The Orenda, and it talks a lot about the natives when they had to do things in the winters.
Yeah, it's a world-class exhibit. And
We complain now, and we're living in these heated homes, and they were living in this weather, you know.
we don't complain. We just get out and take it all in and enjoy it. But for
Not
snow
us
adaptation
personally.
during Winterlude, they have somebody who's going to be doing live demonstrations on weaving snowshoes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well,
That'd be
make
fun.
my own ones.
Yeah, I don't have snowshoes and I need some, so that's good.
Have you
Exactly
seen the
what-
giant snowshoes
I
here
did
in
see those as
in
we were coming
Confederation
in.
Park?
Yeah, they're
they're
really cool.
massive. It makes a great photo op with your friends.
Yeah, for
You,
sure.
you got the 50th anniversary of Ring It Canada, so that'll be great displays there.
Yeah, so you can go out and you can try ringette if you've never tried it before. They're going to have some athletes there that'll teach you the ins and outs of the game, and you can take a few shots.
All right, on.
You have roving performers going around everywhere.
Yeah, and that's, they're so colorful when you're in a white, bright zone and you see these really colorful busker-type characters coming towards you. You're just drawn to them because they have this energy about them.
And where do all those come from? Are they all just from the Ottawa area? You pull them from everywhere?
We
or?
pull them from everywhere, yeah. There's all sorts of performers that come to
sweet.
Winterlude from all around Canada.
That's cool.
You have the 34th annual Acora Village Bed Race.
People think bed race? What? And it's on ice. So this is something, and I remember when I was little, my dad used to work at the Grace Hospital, the old Grace Hospital, and they would put a bed together and they would race in this bed race that we'd come out and watch. But it's something that's really special to see because it's people who put teams together. They decorate these beds.
Yeah.
They decorate themselves, and they do this big parade at 12:30 on Saturday on Dow's Lake. And then after that, they race them against each other. So they're pushing these beds in heats down Dow's Lake, and then eventually
That
they
sounds
come
like
up
a
with
lot
the
of
winner.
fun.
But
Which-
it all raises
I don't
funds
even.
for
I don't even.
Kiwanis.
I don't even know if I want to know how that started.
I do want to know how that started.
First bed race. Sorry,
Yeah.
and which Saturday is that again?
That's opening weekend on Saturday the 1st.
With
and
a million other things.
yeah,
to
and
do.
it's our fundraiser for Kiwanis too, so it's all for good cause.
All right, on.
You have the chocolate lovers tour. So Sabon Cooking doing the tour, touring the best chocolate places in Ottawa. So that's
I
going to be a lot
did
of
this
fun.
tour last year or the year before, and it was really yummy. It was really fun to do. And Sabon Cooking are really dynamic hosts, and they guide you through the Byward Market, and they take you into all of these little specialty nooks and shops where they make chocolate, where they do chocolate teas or things like that. And so it's a twist on chocolate everywhere that you're going.
Wow,
Oh,
so
wow.
everywhere's different. That's
Neat.
interesting. You also have the snow lantern installations. That's
Yeah.
I guess starts Sunday maybe.
This is in collaboration with the Lumiere Festival. So they'll be building snow lanterns. You can help to build snow lanterns in Jacques Cartier Park, and then come back at night and see them all lit up.
Oh, wow, nice.
And many great events at local restaurants. Not your typical fare. There's wild game at some. And they're all doing different twists on little winter cooking.
There's Fire and Ice at Restaurant 18. There's, of course, the stew cook-off in the Byward Market. All
right.
sorts of really yummy things that are just special for Winterlude that the chefs put together with sommeliers sometimes to really give a culinary experience that you wouldn't get at other times.
Wow.
Wonderful,
That's making me a
wonderful
lot
night
more
out.
hungry than I already
Well,
am.
we're in a beaver tail shack, so
I know.
reach over and grab a kilo
Let's
loose
fire up
sunrise.
these fryers.
Some partnerships that you're also doing it. You have Ottawa Fashion Week on the second weekend.
Yeah, so second weekend, fashion is one of the top
Yeah.
top headliners of that weekend. So it takes place at the Casino Lac Limi.
Yeah.
And there's a really special night, if I'm saying it right, Project Mirari, that takes place at the Canadian Museum of History, which is another showcase of winter-specific fashions.
Oh, wow.
All under the umbrella of Ottawa Fashion Week. And Cracking Up the Capital also takes place on second weekend. And this year they've got women in comedy, there's youth improv night.
Standing up to bullying, which is great.
Yes, there's an outdoor event on Saturday the 8th with Rick Mercer and Patrick McKenna. And it's going to take place here in Confederation Park. And, of course, Cracking Up the Capital, when it first started, was a one-night event, and it was to raise funds for mental health in the region. So this really ties in nicely because this is very youth-focused, youth mental health. And, you know, they're just putting it out there. It's comedy with a message. And it's outside. And then right after is the Winter Blast DJ dance party. So you can come out to Confederation Park, have some chuckles and laugh, and then dance the night away.
How much does it cost to come see Rick Mercer that night?
Free.
Rick Mercer free on that
Free in
Saturday night.
Confederation
You
Park.
can't beat that price, guys.
That's what you've taught me.
Free is the best price ever.
Also on the Saturday the 8th, you got a 5-kilometer Yeti Challenge, a winter obstacle course.
This is new. It takes place at Edelweiss, which is
Edelweiss.
just about 30 minutes or so outside of town.
Beautiful drive to get out there, too.
Yeah, it's a beautiful ski hill, and this is the first year that they're on board as a partner, and they have this challenge for people that they can take part in.
So it's a little bit like the Spartan race, but we're doing a little winter.
Yeah.
So hopefully a
Slope
lot of
side.
slope side.
You'll
There you
sweat
go.
just a little less.
You have the ski and snowboard rail jam competition at the corner of Bank and Glebe.
This is the second year for the Glebe doing this, yeah. So you can go out, you can watch people compete, but you can also try it yourself as well. You can sign up and give it a go.
I'll tear my ACL again.
I'll
Let's
be
do
there.
it up. And how old do you have to be for that? Can you any age or?
So sign up is on site, I believe, and all the details are online at winterlude.gc.ca.
There we go.
Perfect.
And that's when the ice carving championship is on the second weekend as well.
There's live carving in Confederation Park all 3 weekends. So on the second weekend, you have ice carvers who are part of the Canadian ice carving unit, and they're going to be competing against each other all throughout the day. So going head to head with blocks of ice, and one carver makes it out of that round and moves on to the next round against somebody else.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's really neat, and people really enjoy it.
If I went up against Andrew in an ice carving competition, I'm pretty sure I would carve a block of ice.
I think both of us would be shooting for a turtle or something
No,
nice and
I'd-
easy like
But
that.
you know, you can
I'd just do a little shaving off the sides, around the corner.
can carve ice this year if you want in the public ice carving challenge, which is on the second weekend as well.
Oh,
Where does that
right
take
on.
place?
That takes place right here in Confederation Park. So you can sign up, you can try your hand at ice carving, and there's professional carvers on hand to help you through it as well.
All right. And
Do they give me a chainsaw for that?
I'm not sure if power tools will be allowed for you.
All right.
I'm pretty sure they should not be.
Yeah.
Also, on the third weekend, you got the Ottawa Winter Jazz Festival. Tons of fun. Mm-hmm. So we got the Summer Jazz Festival, the winter. You have the Gatineau Loppet, which brings thousands of people in for the ski and...
This is Canada's
Cross-country.
largest cross-country ski meet, and
That's
it takes
right.
place right here in the capital region
Oh,
in
wow.
Gatineau Park.
I never knew that.
Yeah, and it's a world-class event as well on the world cross-country ski circuit. It's renowned.
Oh, wow. So I guess this is right before some of them start heading to the Olympics? Or no, it's during the Olympics, right?
The Olympics
Third
get
weekend?
underway on the 7th, so there's a bit of overlap.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if
That's
we're going to
cool.
have any Olympians for that. Winter Brood this year is not going to be on Spark Street, but we're looking at Fifth Avenue Courtyard at the Arrow and Loon.
Yeah.
So that'll go on the third weekend.
Yeah, and
Hopefully a
I see
little
that they've
warmer.
got warm beer on the menu.
Warm beer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And not
Warm me
just,
up.
beer that you accidentally leave out and drink a little while later. It's purposely warmed.
Oh, that's neat.
You have from Mexico. You got Mexico DJs coming up that weekend. Lots of stuff from Mexico this year.
Yeah, for the
They better be
International
prepared.
Heatwave DJ dance party.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? We have, here in Confederation Park on opening weekend, there's a pair of carvers that are coming from Mexico to work on a carving here in the park. And so it'll be kind of neat to get their take on the Canadian winter.
Yeah, they're going to be carving ice?
Yes. It always surprises me when I hear of carvers that come from warm countries, but
Yeah.
a lot of them are chefs by trade. So they carve butter or they carve ice for buffet displays and things like that, and then it just translates into carving on a larger
that's
canvas.
right.
if you will.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
That's cool.
And one of the final things we have on the last weekend is the Winterman Marathon and Marathon Relays. So it is the only cold weather qualifier for the Boston-New York Marathon.
And if your ACL is healed by then,
There you go.
you're there, right?
Yeah.
I'll be there to cheer
I
you
could
on.
do the 3 kilometer. There's 3, 5, 10, half, full. This is a massive race. going on.
Yeah, and I think it's really great to see people getting out there and running in the winter. And it's always neat to hear them talk about the different kinds of clothing that they're wearing too, because there's all these specialty things that can allow you to do those kind of sports all year round. That the weather is not really a factor.
And if you want clothes, I guess you could just follow behind some runners that are getting warmed up and toss their clothes away.
Somehow I don't think they're throwing those pieces away.
Yeah, they're probably pretty pricey.
Probably pretty pricey. Well, thank you so much, Denise, for joining us.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you.
I think we've learned a lot. I think everybody that listens to this is going to be very excited for this year's Winterlude. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That's great. And we hope to see you out there on the skateway and Jacques Cartier Park sliding, or here in Crystal Garden taking in the ice cart.
Absolutely.
For sure. And again, to check out all the activities that you might not have, or that you might have missed out on while we're talking about them, winterlude.gc.ca, correct?
Perfect.
Perfect. Right on.
All right, so there are other events other than Winterlude going on, so we like to touch base on those a little bit at the end of our segment.
Yeah, we got Dine and Wine Winter Time tonight, and that's at Ottawa City Hall. $79 is the tickets, and that's from 6 to 8:30 p.m.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Of course, Micheline Masson, a property stager who has been on our show before,
Yeah.
she has put together an online auction this year that goes from February 1st on Saturday at 10 a.m. until February the 6th, where she's gotten 147 donations from local Ottawa businesses, ranging in from $10 to $1,000, and you can do like a silent auction online, and 100% of the proceeds go towards helping Ottawa Fur Kids. So animals that don't necessarily, it's not with the Humane Society, but there's several other Ottawa small animal vendors that help the rescued, the lost, abandoned animals.
Great cause.
Who's abandoning these little beautiful
I don't know,
dogs?
Nick. If we find them.
I don't want to. Personally, I don't want to know any of them.
Yeah, lots of great prizes though either way. So get on there and put some bids in.
www.helpottawaFurKids.com.
And that's Fur, F-U-R.
That's right.
All right, perfect.
You got
What
anything
else?
else?
Yeah. Party Pack. It's their 3-year anniversary at Ritual on Friday, so you can go check that out.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, Saturday at Ritual, you got Brother Ali, which is, if you've never heard of him, he is a really, really good hip-hop artist, kind of an old-school style, not none of the new crazy
Early
hip-hop
90s?
that's out.
Early
Yeah,
90s?
oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, he's good. He's great. He'll be at Ritual, too, on Saturday, so go check that out.
That's fun.
And I think there's something going on Sunday, Nick. What would that be?
I'm going to win
I think it's the Super Bowl.
I'm going to win a lot of money off you with the Super Bowl with Denver winning.
Perhaps, yeah.
I don't care who wins this one. It'll be hopefully it's a good game.
Yeah, so get out there. I mean, you don't have to sit at home. You can get out and support some of the local pubs around town here and go watch the game. It'll
Hopefully
be fun.
Get to see some of the commercials. Some of them they're popping up online earlier this year because they wanted to draw more interest. And
That's it.
Oh,
It's
that's
great,
so-
eh? Even if people don't like football, everybody always talks about the Super Bowl commercials.
That's fun. That's all right.
For sure.
But thank you so much, Denise. Next week we got Mary Taggart from Ottawa Home Magazine. That'll be a lot of fun. And Matt Tamblin, who will be performing at the event on Saturday the 7th.
Good stuff.
Friday the 7th. All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks a lot.
Like us on Facebook. Follow us on iTunes. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Take care.
Bye. And one last song. This is Beneath the Moon from Eagleson. Have a great week.
I can still feel your whispers. I can still feel your touch. I can still see your pretty diamonds. It's true, I'm missing you. I'm missing you for